I'm working on basically a fleet of these 3D printed robot clocks and doing different things, different scales, putting quartz clock movements in them. And some of them are getting backlit dials. And I'll dim the lights and you can see, even in a well-lit room, you can see the dials are lit up, but when I dim the lights, you can tell even more. So I've got the lights dimmed to a very soft light, and you can see the dials pretty easily. And I'll go a little farther with the light. And so I'll show you how I'm doing the backlighting. So we're here on the red backlit dial. You can see there's 5 diodes, LEDs, that are just glued on a little stick and suspended behind the dial. And they're wired in series. And the backlighting for this white LED, you can see there's 2 popsicle sticks glued together to span the body. And you can't see it really from this angle, but there's, I'm using these LED strings. They're LEDs that are embedded into a silicone tape with double-sided tape, and you just apply 12 volts to it. But in my case, I'm padding that down to just a few volts to get the LED level of illumination that I'm looking for. So what I found works pretty good for backlighting the clocks dials are these LED strings that they come in a pretty long string. This was actually on a reel, and it comes with a wire connection here. And I've had this several years, and basically you can tell it's gone feral. You know, it's gone wild. But really only, you can apply up to 12 volts to it, and only every 3 sections you can cut it. And so what I've done, I've cut 2 sections of it here, and these are the pads, and you can see they're marked positive and negative, and so you can cut it to whatever length you want, and all you have to do, you remember to leave the resistor, surface mount resistor here. You can see there's one here, there's one here. I want to zoom in a little closer so you can see, maybe you can catch some of the details a little better. So there's the surface mount resistors. There's one here and one there. And these are the pads you connect to. I could cut it here right after this resistor and then solder on the wires here, but I'm using 6 for my clock. And so what you do is you select however many you want. And the trick is then to peel back the silicone to expose the pad. And so you can't connect to it from the backside because it has a coating on it. So you have to get between the pad and the silicone. And so you can see I've got one exposed there. I can just keep on through there and hopefully get the other one. So there you go. You can see the pads are there exposed. And now I'm just going to try to slice that a little out of my way. And then I can hook some voltage up. I've got a power supply here. It's marked positive and negative. And so I'll turn this light off here. You can see it's fairly bright right there. I'm providing it with 8.5 volts, but I put a resistor in there and pat it down. I think I put a 1,000 ohm resistor in series with the 12 volt power supply that I have. But you can vary it depending on however bright you want your backlit display to be. And you could even put a potentiometer on there so you could vary it if you weren't happy with it. But you can see that's 13.7 volts. It's fairly bright. Way too bright for a backlighting a clock. Right in there is about as bright as I was using it. So anyway, this is what I found to be very useful for backlighting the clocks. And you can see I got quite a few of these LED things I can use. So there, I hope you enjoyed the video and good luck with your project. And thanks for watching.